Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses for the continuation of our CIS playthrough in Fall of the Republic 1.1. I believe this is the first episode going out after we've announced the release date. Maybe there was, I think episode 3 actually came out the day after the release date was announced. But that will be happening on April 28th. So keep an eye open for that. There was a video that went up talking about all that. There will be one or two more feature previews, probably more TR related though. But today we are going to be continuing on with building up some infrastructure and probably taking a couple of these planets in here. I want to build as many of our patron units as we can. So I'm going to sell some of these guys. Mostly just leave defense fleets of other non-named stuff. So we'll get that. Leaves us with a bit of money. Pamont, do you have any shipyards? You don't. Mintuine does. So we are building up those fleets. And is this a named one? No. If you're not named, I'm getting rid of you. For a lot of the playthroughs, I typically end up placing some of the patron units as starting forces, but I decided against doing that on this one. I'll press the button again for Cruel AI, though it is already on. We can see the nice red thing. Pox actually had an idea of how we could make this, how we could make the Cruel AI button stay on. So we'll probably end up doing that. Because it's a bit weird. The game doesn't save the state of buttons. So we can't just have it stay normally. We have to use other fun tricks. I think that's all we want to sell for now. I don't want to leave us completely defenseless. But here at Mercana, we can build Hermes, Wealth of Neomoidia, Droid Slave Carrier, and Harpo Marks. And at Mintuine, we can build I Like Donuts. And let's also get you know what, let's go down to the southern areas and build up Geonosis a bit.
Building started.
So here on Hypori, we will then get Recusant is Life. Shrekusant is Love, Shrekusant is Life. You can also see here, Unrest has grown on Emberline to 1. When you are getting Unrest, you'll be able to see that tracked at the top. A lot of the otherwise obscure information has been moved into some of these text areas at the top. We could probably do something about that. Deco Neomoidia, we're building defenses on, so that's handy. And we can sell a regular bulwark. Yeah, there. And build Neytiri's Big Stick and Zeppo there. We're going to slowly make our way towards having our customs here. Munificant can build here as well. Is this a regular? No, this is dumbbell. Okay, so these fleets are going to slowly make their way towards the towards patron units. We've got the dagger here on Fondor, which is getting some other stuff. All right. Actually, we can take Tina.
Construction complete.
So I think that is what we're gonna do. Yeah, you can see here the industrial parts influence, all that is showing up here now. All right, so we'll take Tina and then we'll put Duoningo back where he just was and kind of defend from there. There's 2 independent forces on either side of this planet, so we don't have to worry about attacks coming in from that direction without prior warning. So Unrepentant, go and unrepent. Some recusant support.
Highly accurate. You have surpassed your hourly quota.
Alright, we got Amagundai, throw gems at fighters, and diamond hands. And oh, Arquitens is right there. Their coleslaw. All right, now we go for the Golan.
I need recharging.
Lots of frigate reporting.
You guys can still fight, can still take the fighters. Nothing to really worry about there, but still.
Life form confirmed. Roger, roger. You have been designated for termination.
Oh, the dreadnoughts are going to be coming in. Unrepentant can focus on dreadnoughts. Oh, okay, I'm okay with that. They can leave.
You have been designated for termination.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. I've tricked them into leaving. I didn't really. My phone just added to the explosion noise there. I'm a Foley artist. All right. And then we'll just head back down here.
Assault frigate here.
We do have a bit more money. I think building up this core fleet with another capital ship is probably the best way to do this. We'll get better than a Venator. And we will get Expendable 7 standing by.
Destination set. Complete.
Do we have any good production in this area? Not really. We have some here.
Construction complete.
I want to do this right. I want to, like, slowly build up our defenses, take the planets, and choke them out of any opportunity to attack us back. Really just be super oppressive with it all.
All ready. Better come up with a plan.
Right, we have some sensors, AATs.
Fight's not
I have made these group a little bit more tightly when you deploy them, the AATs, so that should help with
forming squad.
some pathfinding related stuff for them.
I hate clones. Hey, we got here. Ready to destroy the clones. Successful tactical adjustment.
It's something I kind of want to do for most units,
Forming
especially in space, is make them smaller, like smaller, so that they're more likely to overlap than to path stupidly around each other. Like, you can't really have it perfect either direction. I just have to decide which version of bad you want.
wow, we really killed him.
Alright, move back there. We'll bring
Maximum unit capacity.
that for either side.
Nice. Hey, don't leave.
Negative on visual scan. Abandoning conflict.
Yay.
Okay, we want the sensor.
And ordered.
Our base is
And we'll start getting
Target down.
this LZ as well.
Negative on visual scan. Abandoning conflict. Located target.
Okay, nice. You can just go straight into the base.
Ordered.
You fall back. And let's try to do this way.
Emergency. Emergency.
Missile armed.
Hailfires, come and be helpful.
Commander.
All ready.
Alright. See if you can get over to the ATAP. There we go.
Better come up with a plan.
Alright, I'm gonna turn the game down just a little bit more. I think this is what I was at when it was too quiet last time.
Armed for combat.
Forming squad.
Okay, let's grab the LZ.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, can you be close enough to hit the barracks there? You can. Now that is epic. One of the things I fixed this morning is this overlap on the icons for the special weapons, and for the fast forward, you can see it kind of shows the unpressed state under it. So those are all addressed. Alright, Hailfires go around there.
Bombing available.
Bomber standing by.
And just bomb that.
Computers locked on target.
Our Hailfires should be in range fast enough to deal with this. Yeah, nice. And save the Octoptara. Alright.
Get them. Launching.
There we go. We have captured Nina. All it cost was an AAT-1.
Control achieved.
One AAT-1. So you are going to go defend at Dara. And you're going to go back to Woostry. Or, you know what? We don't actually need you at Woostry. But we'll leave him there. That's where we're just going to keep the army, at least. Okay, so what's our resource situation looking like? 134. We could use a bit more on the industrial supply side, so let's do that. And get you,
Construction.
you,
Building under construction.
some mines on you. Boltslaw's asking, is Charlie going to play Stellaris with you guys, or just you and Justin? It will be all of us, is the plan. We are still waiting on a response from Charlie.
Constructing.
We were talking about it last night, but Charlie was streaming some playing with fans, so
Building started.
we are operating under the assumption that it will be all of us. What's our main fleet going to be around here? Is this a named one? No. Sell that. So we're kind of building up our main fleet here.
Roger, roger.
We want Hydra Dominatus and Darth Hammer's Revenge. Yeah, we're gonna be... I think I have most of the DLC. I don't think I have all of it, but we're mostly gonna be... We're definitely gonna have Nemesis. That's kind of the goal there. This is just Lucid Colicoid. Alright. So it'd be this set that has the actual... Yep. Workable. Red's Fury. E Shrimp Fresh. Pull you back.
Orders received.
There.
Parade Federation Locre Holkia.
And I think we might actually group these differently.
Final arming sequence engaged.
I'm gonna try to make a couple balanced fleet like this. We have named ones on this. Uh-oh. Fuck. Okay, sorry about that. There was a crash. I went and did a bunch of troubleshooting and also some redoing some of the production. But we should all hopefully be good now. I changed some settings on my computer because we've been in testing for a couple weeks and there have been very few reports of crashes. There have been a couple occasional ones, but while doing the recording since I got this new computer, I've had a significantly higher amount of instability. So I assume it's something on my end, and hopefully the settings I've changed will help a little bit. But we are about to be invaded on Deconia Moidia, so we will be hopefully not dying to that. I assume we will be, because we are uncruel, and cruel is cruel. But I just want to queue up a few other ships. So Harpo, Slave Carrier, Hermes, and Wealth of Neomoidia. And it's fine. Even if I can't. Zeppo. I guess I should build Zeppo over with Harpo. There we go. But yeah, so we are getting attacked on Neomoidia. And we'll see how that goes for us. And Emberline.
Tactical battle.
And it's a Praetor. Why wouldn't it be a Praetor? Praetor, 8 VSDs, Invincible, 4 Acclimator Assaults. Lucky's asking if I'm selling ships to restore ship crew or because the units are crap. So I'm selling the standard units because when I do these playthroughs I have the named patron units. So I've basically just been selling them to have money to get my special units. Which is not a good game move for me because we have a ton of giant Republic fleets around. But hopefully I won't regret it too much. Yeah, the ion cannon wasn't quite ready here. We're hopefully going to be able to do some damage with the goal in. And we have a Dreadnought Yard, so we get a couple decent garrison units. Will Mega Squad be available in Fall of the Republic in the future, or will they already make game and just have missed it? There will be more clone heroes added eventually and handled in kind of a similar way to other heroes. Like, we don't want to just pile a bunch of heroes in the game and just overflow the Republic with heroes. There will be systems that allow you to choose which heroes from each category you have.
I need recharging. Resuming previous subroutine.
General Grievous frowns on such ineptitude.
Power Soul, get in the back.
Lightsaber.
So like the Republic's getting the command staff mechanic. There will probably be a similar kind of thing for the Jedi. Once there's enough Jedi to make that worth it.
Is now a formality.
And then clones will probably have something similar as well.
Navigating to coordinates.
Was your aim reticle recently calibrated? Well aimed.
I'd like to not fight them all at the same time as the Praetor.
We cannot allow Republic forces to retake target Alpha.
I really wish we had that ion cannon.
Protect the control tower to prevent a design vulnerability from becoming clear.
Swap your fighters to attack as a group, or do you separate fighters and bombers into separate groups to hit and run? What I'll mostly do is just tell the bombers to go after whatever the strongest shielded target is right now. And then usually keep fighters or interceptors protecting either the ships or the bombers. Like, I don't micro my fighters very much at all.
Awaiting your command.
That'll probably change in the future.
Check, okay.
Gunship reporting.
Charge up.
See if we can kill these bombers. I don't think we'll be able to wipe out their whole complement, but it'd be nice if we could. At least stop them from getting too much damage in.
Termination confirmed.
We're a little bit far up. I don't like that.
Target
Reacquire immediately.
Oh, you're the garrison one, so I actually don't need you to move. We need you to get around there. Because you are the real ones.
Immediately.
Lancer frigate reporting.
Surrender is not an option.
Alright, challenger number 1 will be a VSD.
Down.
Gallant. Number 1 of 8.
Roger, roger.
Bombers, don't do that. Fighters over there.
Republic cruiser has sustained critical damage.
Cannons on.
Hostiles eliminated.
Like, it's not going to be the most fighter-heavy fleet that they could have. They have some Venators, but they don't really have
Terminate them.
much else that's going to have a lot of fighters. 'Cause it's what, 1 Acclimator 2? Acclimator 1? Acclimator 1. So that's the biggest carrier for them. That and the Venators.
You are a killing machine. Parts in parts.
Alright, see if we can get to this VSD. Are you most excited about this update? I think the UI is probably going to be the thing that people notice the most. The UI and some of the planet visual changes. But there is a lot of cool stuff that's exciting for us to develop with in the future. Like the reworks to how we handle eras is something that players won't really see too much of in this release because it's kind of just recreating the old system in a new system. But it's set up now in a way that is a lot easier for us to deal with.
Roger that.
Alright, that's 1 VSD with shields down. We might be able to deal with all this before the Praetor gets here.
Memory fragmented.
Let's try to get over to these fighters.
Roger, roger.
Norman is asking basically about having voice lines distinguish fighters and bombers and interceptors. I don't know that that's something that we can reasonably do.
Victory is inevitable. Roger, boom.
Orders.
Like, at a certain point, you kind of do need to check the tooltips for your ships to see what they're going to be doing, to at least learn the basics of it.
Cruiser has sustained critical
And
damage.
if you really want to know how to handle a faction, then that's
Keep Republic
pretty much a
forces from
requirement.
destroying communications.
especially when there's stuff like the vultures that in the movies use Jawa lines, really.
Activated.
There's most of them aren't even custom.
Analysis.
They're kind of just what the universe is set up
We
there.
have not met requirements for success.
Target down.
And it often takes a long time for us to get through all the units and be able to add any kind of unique voice lines to them. So it's
Machines are
not always the best place to get any information. It's far better to learn to at least
We have not
check
met requirements for success.
the unit's tooltips to see what the role is.
Destruction of Republic forces. Planning for your imminent failure is now a formality. Communications are necessary for backup. We cannot allow Republic forces to retake target Alpha.
I don't know if we'll be able to kill the Praetor.
Weapons ready.
It's better to focus on some of the other stuff.
Daisy, Daisy.
Final arming sequence engaged.
Launch bay is gone.
Take the shot. Your efficiency exceeds expected parameters.
Signal lost. Enemy forces have reduced our numbers. We must complete both shutdown sequences. Target Alpha countdown in final phase. We have not met requirements for success.
You know what? I think we are better off going for the other ships that aren't the Praetor.
We no longer have
I
control.
don't think we'll be able to kill the Praetor.
Shutdown complete.
Approach with caution.
Break off.
Do not let Republic troops secure target Alpha.
60,000, yeah. Not gonna happen.
Signal lost. We have not met requirements for success.
We might be able to kill this, but
We have not met requirements for
probably
success.
better off leaving soon.
Shields online.
It's not gonna last very long.
General Grievous frowns on such ineptitude, usually with a lightsaber.
Die, Fire Runner. You have surpassed your hourly quota.
Chiquita, chiquita. Kama na papawanagin sa puno.
Approach with caution.
Alright.
Danger.
Killing the Invincible and then leaving, I think.
Failure is now a formality.
Space station under attack.
Target no lasers.
Alright. Just go for the Invincible, everything.
Protect the control tower to prevent a design vulnerability from becoming clear.
Roger, fire at will. Fight my shiny metal home.
Speaking of Futurama,
Target eliminated.
we might be able to kill that and then some.
Communications are necessary for backup.
Reticle recently calibrated.
Like, we'll
Public
lose...
cruiser has sustained critical damage.
Target
We'll lose the Providence, but we do have
highly accurate solar current.
a little bit more in our garrison bank.
Counting down to Alpha detonation.
Alright. Go for that.
Davy, Davy.
And start some secondary attacks here.
Imminent failure is now a formality.
The battle is in our control.
Capture entry coordinates. No organic soldier should stand in your way. Communications are necessary for backup.
Reporting in.
Wish I could spin the main base, but the game didn't allow that. I'm gonna have to revisit that and see if we can make it work another way.
Run away.
Target those lasers. Ready for duty.
In our control. Explosive detected.
Reinforcements
Launching attack.
We no longer have control of critical threat detected.
There's 2 left there.
Emergency.
Machine
Enemy
are superior.
reinforcements en route.
Still got another Providence coming out here. Magnificence.
We've lost
There, come around this side.
Activated.
Mummy.
I think we can kill this VSD now.
Shields online.
Look, they're coming in even closer.
With caution.
You can't have my bar. Fight my shiny metal. How are you doing that?
So, I think we can take out a couple targets here.
Machines are superior.
Defend the
Roy
control
current.
tower.
Can we hit that while it's doing powered weapons? No, it's over.
Victory is ours.
Critical damage.
How are you doing that?
damage.
Perfect shot.
Without
Destroy surrender. You are a killing machine.
We must complete both shutdown sequences.
Target down.
Approach with caution.
I have very few actual units here.
Perfect shot.
They are mostly garrison forces.
Disable those missile
Polish
launchers.
Republic Organic. Clumsy Republic meatbag. Run.
General Grievous frowns on such ineptitude, usually.
There's 2 VSDs we'll have killed.
Target those lasers.
General Grievous frowns on such ineptitude, usually with a lightsaber. Eliminate fighters.
Detonation imminent.
They don't want to kill this one.
Fire runner. Davy, Davy.
Well, that's only going to affect your turbo lasers, so, or your missiles, so we don't need that.
General Grievous frowns on such
Yeah, an ion cannon would have made this
usually with a
probably a
lightsaber.
victory.
Eliminate turret.
Shutdown
Instead, we just kill a victory or 2.
Direct fire at their laser cannon.
We cannot allow Republic forces to retake target Alpha.
How are you doing that? Missile droid ready. I'll clean their processors.
New unit online.
Commence attack maneuver. Polish Republic Organic.
The missile launchers are the primary
Your
target.
agency exceeds expected parameters. Well aimed.
Most famous separatist leader that joined the Republic?
Life form confirmed.
Holding fire for
I don't know that there were that many defections of prominent separatist leaders during the Clone Wars. Maybe one or two, but nothing's
disable those
jumping to
missile
mind
launchers.
here.
Blast doors operational.
Yeah, we're gonna retreat before Parcel dies.
Are the primary
But I'm kind of willing to just sack off everything else if we can kill one or two DSTs.
Take the shot. Hold your ground.
New Republic? I don't know that many get covered,
disable those missiles.
because most of the stories from that era get written before, or were written before the
Defend the reactor.
Clone Wars were covered at all by the movies, so before any characters were created.
Target those
So there's not a huge amount there
direct fire at their laser cannon.
that get like officially recorded. Because like we do know some ended up joining the Rebel Alliance, and then presumably that would have meant that they would have ended up in the New Republic, but we don't really get much in the text.
Explosive detected.
Space station.
Superior and acquired. Entering retreat state.
Target those lasers.
Roger, roger.
Approach with caution. Approach with caution.
Termination confirmed. Negative life form confirmed. Eliminate target. Eliminated. Dispose of turret.
If I'd fully focused on the Praetor, we probably could have killed the Praetor. Or if I'd just focused the bombers away from the Praetor, we probably could have killed
I need recharge.
a bit more of the other stuff. But as it is, I think we can kill a good chunk of stuff still.
Recharging.
Like, I think we're past the point where even if we kill everything else, that we'd be able to kill the Praetor. I think that's very unlikely. But I think with enough hard work and stick-to-itiveness,
Turret target acquired. Turret target acquired. Public meat bag. Roger, roger.
we can still pick away at some of these guys.
Primary target.
Destroy turret. Disengaging from battle. Run away. Well aimed. Terminate the ATC. Eliminated.
Awaiting orders.
'Cause as it was, we had the bombers doing the entire shield pool with this guy.
Victory is inevitable.
In range.
We could have been using better support the Golan.
Situation ready. Damage. Uh-oh. Die, die.
Okay, looks like they're
Recharging.
coming in.
Space station.
Direct fire at their laser cannon.
Well aimed. Turret target acquired. Negative life form confirmed. Termination confirmed. Target eliminated.
Alright, I think we get this acclimator. We're super lucky we get this acclimator,
Direct fire on those torpedoes.
but we're unlikely to be that lucky.
Die, higher rudder. Machines are superior. Can't have my part. Turret target acquired. Attack the Starfighter. Entering retreat state.
Enemies in range. Take out their engines. Direct fire at their laser cannons.
Recently calibrated.
Alright.
Target those lasers.
At least we got that.
Negative life force confirmed.
Got maximum firepower.
Your efficiency exceeds expected parameters. Located. Target current.
We buff the build speed on smaller crafts, kind of whack. 5 Glazantes take more time than Mini-Fiston do. So, when we determine build times, we also try to take into account that the smallest ships can be built literally anywhere, and those planets can only be used to build small ships. And the AI in particular will always take advantage of that fact. So, while the player may pick 1 or 2 planets to build at, if you make the small craft build that much faster while still being able to be built literally everywhere, the AI is much more likely to spam those ships. So while it may make it easier for players to get a couple more of those ships, it means you're going to be fighting disproportionately more small ships, and can lead to problems from that.
Public resistance does not concur with my calculations. All forces withdraw.
Space station damaged.
Probably not the most worth battle, but it was fun. Really, we didn't lose a huge amount in terms of units there. I'll sell those off when they invade. Yeah.
Tactical battle imminent.
We'll have to retreat there.
All ready. Roger, roger. Roger, roger. Roger, roger.
We are not retreating. We're advancing in a different...
But we're retreating. Don't get it twisted. Alright.
Assault frigate here.
Command computer active.
Send them back there. And maybe down at Solist. We'll get Holy Diver.
Production.
We'll be careful about selling anything else for now. Say every Republic hero used has been offered a VST. I don't think that would be likely. Like, we basically make most known officers a hero option, and I don't think VSTs would have been widespread enough for that. But I think that is going to do it for this episode. We are going to record one more here on the stream, but that was a long battle. So we're going to save. We're going to refocus on maybe taking Roche or something. And then we will continue on from there. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and hope to see you next time. Bye.